Hello everybody, this is Hammer Striker here. I've got something new that's actually a reincarnation of something old. It's the EAA Girsan MC14 T. This is basically a reincarnation of the Beretta Cheetah 86. It's chambered in 380 ACP and it has a tip-up barrel, which I'll show you in a minute. It just arrived. We haven't had it to the range. I haven't even cleaned it yet. So I'm not going to do the full review. That'll follow up with all the details and everything else. But I wanted to give you a look at it because it's actually kind of cool and it's got some nice features, especially for somebody that has compromised hand strength. And of course, if you're one of our subscribers on Player or a supporter on Patreon, you probably knew this was coming because we put out a published thing on it. And also, if you're on Player, you're going to actually get to see this a little bit early. What this is, first off, I'll talk about real quick. It comes in just a simple plastic box. And I'll pull it out here so I can actually kind of show you. This box is roughly the size of the gun. There's not a lot of extra room in it. But in the days of everything kind of coming in cardboard boxes, it's kind of nice that it does come in a plastic case. You can use it to take it to the range. There's not much else in here, really nothing fancy about it. The gun is unloaded because you can see that it's unloaded. And I'll pull out the magazine. And that's kind of a unique way to see that a gun is unloaded because the barrel actually pops up. That's the uniqueness of this, and it's the one that it's based on, the original Beretta Cheetah 86, is the barrel tips up, easy to access, lock it back down, and if I had put a round in there, it'd be loaded and ready to go. It is a DASA. It's actually got a relatively light, smooth DA trigger. Of course, if it's cycled, it would be in SA mode. Let me get that out of the way. It's got a really nice, short, crisp, light single action trigger. This is designed to be carried either hammer down or cocked and locked. So if I were to have the hammer back, I could put the safety on. And now at this point, I wouldn't be able to fire the gun. And if I have the hammer down, there is an internal drop safety, so it's safe to carry. So it has the internal drop safety. It also has a half cock position on the hammer. So this is a drop safe weapon. One of the things you run into with these a lot is, how do I get the hammer down if I want to carry a hammer down but I've chambered it? Because, you know, the whole game of holding the trigger, the hammer and pulling the trigger, I don't really like. But all you would have to do is, if you had chambered it, if you had pulled the hammer back, pop up the barrel, drop the hammer, put the barrel back down, and you've safely decocked this without any risk whatsoever of accidentally firing off a round. There are a few kind of uniquenesses about this. First off, I'll lock it back. You're going to see there is an ejector right here under my fingernail. Get some light on it. You can see right under my finger there's an ejector, but what's missing is the extractor. There's no extractor on this. It would be difficult to have an extractor and have a pop-up barrel. Which leads me to wonder, and this is straight blowback, which leads me to wonder if it's going to have ammo sensitivity, because it's actually going to have to start to open a little bit while there's still some pressure in the barrel. So it'll be interesting to see how well this behaves with different loads of ammo, or whether this will be ammo sensitive or not. The other thing to note about it is easy to load. You pop it up. They're having an inert dummy round. It's a snap cap. You just drop it in, put it down, pop it up, and it's unloaded. You can't unload this the normal way of just racking the slide, because without an extractor, the round will just sit there. From a size perspective, and again, I'll have comparisons with more details, but just kind of give you a rough idea. I've got a Smith & Wesson M&P subcompact. This is the 9mm, and you'll see that the EAA is significantly larger than it. Of course, this is one of the newer polymer wonders. And if I go to this Beretta 92 FS compact, they're roughly the same size. If I put them side to side, I actually have to put this one the back. And you'll see that the Girsan is only a hair smaller. Get my arm out of the way. Show you the grips. So it's really about the same size as a 92 FS compact, within close enough to it's probably not to matter. It feels nice in the hand. The grips are comfortable. It seems to be well machined and well made. Comes in an assortment of colors, including gold and pink. The pink is just the slide. The gold, the whole frame is kind of gold. Negative is it only comes with one magazine, and the magazines are expensive. So the gun's not that expensive, MSRP of $512. The magazines are 40 bucks each. There's also a thing that you can get a base plate to put on it that holds one round that you can kind of use to chamber it. And they show them on their website as far as on the page with the gun, but nowhere that you can actually buy one. So when I get a hold of a way to buy one, I'm going to buy one, and it holds one round in it that allows you to quickly chamber the barrel if you want to carry it unloaded. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll actually put it on their website. We can order it and get it in here by the time we actually go to do the full review. So the next step is to clean this up, get it to the range, check it out, see if it's tolerant of different ammo types or if it's going to be kind of picky. That'll be interesting to see with the blowback mechanism and the lack of an extractor. But other than that, it seems well made, it's comfortable, it's easy, the grips are nicely done, well done. So overall, I've got kind of high hopes for it. One last thing I'll show you is it does have an ambi safety, and this isn't a slide stop slide release, this is the release for the barrel tip up. So overall, kind of an interesting little gun. Beyond that, if you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, click the bell to be notified if you do. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Rumble, Getter, pretty much everywhere. Consider supporting to the channel on Player, where we can do videos that we can't do on YouTube anymore, and we can do early releases.